A very warm welcome in the class of Mathematics 1. Today our topic is comparison test and D'Alembert's ratio test for series. Myself Rupak Bhattacharjee, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, GIS College of Engineering. In this particular class or lecture, we are going to test one given infinite series whether it is convergent or not. But for this particular process, we do have some prerequisites. They are, first of all, the idea of series, specifically infinite series, and which is already delivered in the previous class. After that, we need the concept of geometric series and the requirement for which one given geometric series is becoming convergent and in which cases it is divergent. In a similar manner, we need also the concept of partial sum. Along with these ideas, we can proceed for this particular class and we can see how we are going to test or how we are going to use these tests for a given series. Now, like geometric series, we need one series and its information for further uses. That is why before going into the topic for today's class, I just want to inform this thing for our future purpose. This tells us a positive term series of the form summation 1 by n to the power p. This is actually called our p series. And it will be convergent. This is convergent obviously we need a condition on p if p is greater than 1 and it will be divergent for the remaining cases, that is p is less than or equal to 1. Now we don't need the proof of this particular claim over here, but we need to have some example so that we can make it properly, or most probably we are going to use it for our coming cases in this lecture. So if we take one series, suppose 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 and so on, we can claim it that it is going to be divergent. And the reason behind it is that here we are seeing the value of p is equal to 1, and for p is, if p is less than equal to 1, then it is divergent and we are getting p is equal to 1 over here. And similarly, suppose we are taking another series which is 1 plus 1 by 1 to the power 3 by 2 for our similarity purpose, 1 by 1 plus 1 by 1 to the power 3 by 2 plus 1 by 2 to the power similar power 3 by 2, because here p is fixed, plus 1 by 3 to the power 3 by 2 plus dot dot dot. So in this case we can claim that our series is becoming convergent, and the reason is very simple, because here the value of p is equal to 3 by 2, and which is obviously greater than 1. So this information is very important, that when one given p series is becoming convergent and when it is becoming divergent. Now we will enter into our topic for today's class. First one is comparison test. Now, by the name of this particular experiment or test, it is very much clear to us that we have to compare something. And whenever the question of comparing something is appearing, that means we have to compare between two things. So what are they? So if summation of un and summation of vn are two series of positive terms, and we get lambda which is not equal to 0, we are taking one value lambda which is not equal to 0, a fixed positive real number, and obviously it has to be independent on n. Okay, and there exists a positive integer m such that un is less than equal to, we are going to create one relationship over here vn, but there is the requirement of lambda, that is we are trying to say, if you divide this un by vn, you will get it is less than equal to lambda for all n greater than equal to m. Means after exceeding this fixed positive integer m, we are getting this relationship. Then the comparison tells us that summation of un is convergent if summation of vn is convergent, and our subsection 2 gives us summation of vn is divergent if summation of un is divergent. We have more than one expression or statements related to comparison tests. Obviously we can go one from other, but ultimately our job is to compare un and vn in this context, that we can take two series and we are trying to compare it. It is not the case. The thing is that first of all we have to check whether this predetermined criteria is maintained by un and vn or not. If so, then obviously we can compare them, and the comparison is stated in this form, that if we get basically the bigger one is convergent, then the smaller one will also be convergent. But in the vice versa method, if the smaller one is divergent, then the bigger one will be divergent. You can keep this in a lucid form in your mind like that. Now there are various ways of presenting comparison tests. You will get some expressions like using limit n tends to infinity un by bn, if it is equal to L, means this L is existing, and if L is a non-zero finite number, L has to be a non-zero finite number. If so, then our comparison tests tells us that these two series converges or diverges together. Means if one is converging, then another one will also converging, and if one is diverging, then another one will also be diverging. So this is another form of comparison test. Now we are going to see one example so that our concept will be more clear in the application of comparison test. So we are taking one problem like this one in the fresh slide, that the series 1 plus 1 by 2 factorial plus 1 by 3 factorial plus dot dot dot, means 1 by 4 factorial, 1 by 5 factorial. We have to check whether this series is convergent or not. So how to check it? So let us start the process. Now from our observation we can write 1 by 2 factorial is equal to 1 by 2, but 1 by 3 factorial, it is less than 1 by 2 square, because 3 factorial is 6, 2 square is 4. So if the denominator is higher in this particular fraction, then the whole number will be less than the rest. In the similar manner, we can write 1 by 4 factorial is less than 1 by 2 to the power 3. And in this way, you can also write up to nth term, because we need partial sum. 1 by n factorial is less than 1 by 2 to the power n minus 1 from the symmetry of this comparison. So we can write the summation un is equal to summation of 1 by n factorial, that means the series what is provided to us, and we can write summation of bn, which is equal to summation of 1 by 2 to the power n minus 1, what we are creating here from our observation and obviously from our experience by practicing the problems, that there are two series such that, what is the relationship between them? We can write that un is less than vn. You can see that here un is less than vn, and here the value of lambda or k, whatever you are treating according to the last statement of comparison test, is 1. Now we got two series. Now if you can recall the comparison test, if the smaller one is divergent, then the bigger one will be divergent, and if the bigger one is convergent, then the smaller one will also be convergent. Now what is bigger over here? Here Vn is the bigger one. Now we can say, or we can just from our observation we can write that summation Vn, which is nothing but 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 square plus dot dot dot, it is a geometric series. It is a geometric series with R is equal to, you can all of you can observe that it is half, and half means which is less than 1. Now we know in geometric series it is convergent, because in geometric series if it is less than 1 it is convergent. And ultimately what we get, that as Vn is convergent, so summation of Un will also be convergent with the help of our comparison test. So we can write that summation of Un is also convergent. Okay. Now this is the way of using the comparison test. Now according to our topic of today's discussion, we have one more test to discuss, that is D'Alembert's ratio test. First of all, we have to see what is the statement of this ratio test. It tells us if summation Un be a series of positive terms such that, now the condition part is coming, if this is satisfied, then we'll be able to use the ratio test such that limit n tends to infinity Un plus 1 by Un. That means you are taking the ratio of that particular series is n plus 1th term and nth term, and if it is L, which is a real number, then the subparts are saying that summation of Un, that means our target series, it will converge. When it will convert? If L is less than 1. And obviously this Un will diverge if L is greater than 1. Immediately one question should be there in our mind, that okay, then what will be the case for L equal to 1? And this is very interesting, that nothing can be concluded if L is equal to 1. So we call it as our test fails. So before going into the example of this particular ratio test, I want to share one information with you, that if for a particular series your ratio test fails, you can't say that this series is convergent or divergent, or we don't know. It may be the case that the series can be tackled by some different tests, but that series is not possible for us to handle with that specific test procedure. Okay, so now we are going to see one problem first related to ratio test. So here the problem is stated as, we have to test the convergence of the series. Series is given in this concise form: n runs from 1 to infinity, n factorial 2 to the power n by n to the power n. So let us start our job. Though now we are saying that we are going to use ratio test or root test or some other tests, but our practice and observation will lead or give us the clue that which test may be applicable for which type of series. So it is also another learning process or another learning approach for these types of problems. So let us start this. Here we get our un as, that means the nth term, as n factorial 2 to the power n by n to the power n. So if we are interested in using ratio test, we need un plus 1, and un plus 1 will be just putting n plus 1 in the position of n, and we will get the expression of un plus 1. Now according to the requirement of the ratio test, we will test this one whether the finite limit exists or not, and if exists, what is the value of this one, whether it is less than 1 or greater than 1. So now it becomes a simple calculation or simple problem of an adjustment, that what we are going to get, it is n plus 1 factorial 2 to the power n plus 1, n plus 1 whole to the power n plus 1 into then n to the power n by n factorial 2 to the power n. Just we have written un plus 1 and un in the reciprocal form. So after making the simplification, what we get, that it is 2 to the power n plus 1 and 2 to the power n, so it will be 2, then 1 plus 1 by n whole to the power n, which is nothing but 2 by e, because limit n tends to infinity, 1 plus 1 by n whole to the power n is e. So it is one important observation to note, that to keep the standard limits in our mind, so that we can do this problem, and which is nothing but less than 1, as e lies between 2 and 3. Now as we are getting the ratio and its limit is less than 1, so we can say that according to the statement of ratio test, our series is convergent. So this is the conclusion what we can make. Now if we proceed further, and if we want to check some problems related to comparison test, then what we can do, we can start for solving another problem like this. We have to test the series which is represented in this form. It is 1 into 2 plus 1 by 2 into 3 plus 1 by 3 into 4 plus dot 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 plus 1 by n into n plus 1 plus dot dot dot. Now before doing any comparison tests, ratio tests or other tests, first of all our observation is very important over here, that we have to adjust this series before applying any test, so that our process will be easier. So what we can do, we can take the partial sum Sn, which is summation of r turns from 1 to infinity 1 by r into r plus 1. You can check it, that if you put the value over here, you will get 1 by 1 all these terms. Now breaking it, what we get, it is 1 by r minus 1 by r plus 1. We will get this one. So this is nothing but the partial fraction of this one, and then we can break it up and we will get it as 1 minus 1 by 2 for the first value of r, then plus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 3 then plus dot dot dot, then plus 1 by n minus 1 plus 1, minus 1 by n, then plus 1 by n minus 1 by n plus 1. We are doing the partial sum. So okay, we are doing the partial sum, so it will be up to n, it will be also up to n. After that we will extend it for the series. Okay, so in the next line we can get this minus of plus of this minus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3, all this will be cancelled out, and we will get the partial sum as 1 minus 1 by n plus 1. Now we know if the partial sum index n can be extended up to infinity, we will get the result of the sum of the series if exists. So this particular thing will tend to 1 as n tends to infinity. It is a very simple result. So look at this, we don't need any comparison tests or ratio tests for finding out the result of the summation of this series. But we can get it a finite number, and we can say that the summation of this series is convergent, or rather the series is convergent. So if I think for one more problem, then we can also take one problem like ratio tests problem. Our series is given as 1 by 3 whole square plus 1 by 3 into 1 by 5 whole square, sorry, it is 2 by 5 plus 1 by 3 2 by 5 3 by 7 whole square plus dot dot. So here our un will be 1 2 3 up to n by 3 5 7 up to 2n plus 1. Okay, square. So un plus 1 by un limit n tends to infinity, it will be limit n tends to infinity, the calculation and simplification gives us n plus 1 by 2n plus 3 whole square. Please do this calculation and simplification. This is given for u, and after using the general procedure of finding out the limit, we can write it as 1 plus 1 by n by 2 plus 3 by n, that means dividing numerator and the denominator by n, we get this one, and then putting the n tends to infinity concept, we will get it as 1 by 4, which is less than 1. So according to this, as it is less than 1, so according to the ratio test, we can claim that the given series is convergent. So in this manner, we can tackle the problems related to comparison tests and ratio tests for infinite series. So finally, before concluding, we must mention that we have used these particular references for preparing this lecture, and these are the very simple assignments, but in very less numbers. You have to make it more and more from any standard textbooks. And finally, I want to thank you all. Happy listening, happy learning.